Welcome to our session on why regular fire and electrical safety audits matter for every facility. The image of a modern production line sets the context. Operations are complex, people are at work, and uptime is vital. Audits protect lives and assets, and they safeguard business continuity by turning safety into a systematic practice, not a one-time task. Let's explore how this works in the real world. Safety auditing is a comprehensive, structured review of your fire protection systems and electrical infrastructure. It finds hazards, checks compliance with applicable standards, and delivers actionable recommendations. In India, aging assets, rapid expansion, and evolving regulations raise the stakes. With accident costs climbing, the question isn't whether you can afford an audit, it's whether you can afford not to. First, a look at the scale of the problem. The numbers are sobering. India sees more than 25,000 fire incidents each year and economic losses exceeding hundreds of crores, with over 3,500 electrical accidents. Most striking, about 67% of incidents could be prevented through proper auditing and maintenance. The photo of a charred facility underlines the reality. These are people's jobs, investments, and communities. Prevention starts with understanding risk. A fire safety audit examines the systems that keep flames from spreading and people safe. It reviews detection and alarms to ensure early warning and integration with emergency response. It checks suppression equipment, from sprinklers to extinguishers, for access and functionality. It validates evacuation routes and signage, and evaluates passive protections and structural integrity. Together, these elements turn a building into a defensible space during emergencies. An electrical safety audit looks beneath the surface of your power network. Auditors inspect transformers, switchboards, panels, breakers, and load balancing across the distribution system. They assess wiring routes, insulation health, conduit integrity, and earthing arrangements, identifying overloads and outdated circuits. Protective devices and shutdown controls are tested to verify correct rating and operation. The goal is to prevent shock, arc flash, fires, and costly outages. Compliance is not optional. Indian facilities must align with standards such as NBC Part 4 for fire and life safety, IS 1646, and IS 2189, Central Electricity Authority rules, BIS specifications, state factory norms, and PISO guidance where applicable. Non-compliance invites penalties, shutdowns, liability, and even invalidated insurance. A rigorous audit interprets these requirements for your site and provides clear evidence for regulators and insurers. Neglecting safety audits brings hidden, compounding costs. Beyond property damage are production stoppages, supply chain disruption, contract penalties, and rising insurance premiums. Reputations suffer as confidence erodes, while the human toll, injuries, trauma, and loss, reverberates far beyond the workplace. Legal consequences and director liability can drain resources for years. Proactive auditing is both a moral commitment and a sound business decision. Consider a 2022 incident at a premium commercial complex in Mumbai. A basement electrical room fire raced through cable ducts, overwhelming multiple floors. Investigators found overloaded circuits, non-compliant insulation, inadequate detection, blocked escape routes, and 4 years without an audit. The impact was severe. 8 injuries, 2 critical, about Rs 45 crores in damage, months of business displacement, criminal charges, and disputed insurance. Routine audits could have flagged these issues early for a fraction of the loss. At a Bengaluru manufacturing unit, a senior technician was fatally electrocuted during maintenance on a panel believed to be de-energized. The probe uncovered inadequate earthing, missing interlocks, unlabeled circuits, absent lockout-tagout, and deteriorated insulation. Consequences included 2 serious injuries, a Rs 8 crore settlement, a 6-month shutdown, lost contracts, and negligence charges. A comprehensive electrical audit, costing roughly Rs 12 lakhs, would have identified every contributing hazard in time to prevent the tragedy. Effective auditing relies on structured risk assessment. A pyramid approach prioritizes critical risks and high-severity hazards first, while keeping sight of moderate concerns and routine observations. Using methods like FMEA, HAZOP, and risk matrices, auditors quantify likelihood and impact, then rank interventions. This ensures immediate attention goes to showstoppers, with planned actions addressing lower-level issues without losing overall control. Here's how a fire safety audit unfolds. It begins with pre-audit planning to map layouts, high-risk zones, and access needs. Auditors then walk the facility, test detection and suppression, verify emergency equipment, and document findings. Observations are checked against codes and maintenance records, with staff interviews for context. Finally, risks are analyzed into a prioritized action plan, and follow-up confirms remediation and certification. Electrical audits apply equally rigorous methods. Teams review single-line diagrams, load studies, equipment specs, maintenance logs, and incident reports. They perform infrared thermography, earth resistance and insulation tests, and load analysis to uncover hotspots, imbalance, and degradation. Hazards like arc flash exposure and protection miscoordination are identified. A clear report assigns risk ratings, prescribes corrective actions, and provides documentation for compliance certification. Initial fire audits repeatedly uncover predictable problems. Exits blocked by storage, expired or unserviced extinguishers, gaps in detection coverage, combustible materials stored near ignition sources, non-functional emergency lighting, and confusing or missing evacuation signage. Each one slows evacuation, hampers early response, and accelerates fire growth. Correcting these basics often delivers the fastest, most affordable safety improvement across a facility. Electrical findings are similarly consistent. Circuits run beyond design capacity, earthing is compromised, and aging insulation cracks under stress. Improvised modifications bypass safety protections. Panels are blocked by stored items, and critical devices like breakers or ground fault protection are absent or misrated. These conditions invite shocks, equipment failure, and fires. Systematic audits surface them early so maintenance and upgrades can restore protective margins. Prevention always outperforms reaction. Regular audits detect hazards early, drive measured risk reduction, keep compliance current, and cut total cost while building a resilient safety culture and stronger reputation. Waiting for an incident means chaotic emergencies, inflated remediation bills, penalties, litigation, trauma, and sometimes business failure. The ethical choice and the economic choice are the same. Invest in prevention. Insurers increasingly reward documented diligence. Facilities with current audit reports often secure premium reductions of roughly 10 to 25%. Smoother claims validation, and policy compliance where audits are mandated. Professional risk assessments give underwriters objective data to set appropriate limits and terms. This transparency reduces disputes, ensures adequate coverage, and aligns financial protection with your actual risk profile. Lasting safety depends on people. Turning audit insights into training builds awareness of fire prevention, electrical hazards, correct PPE use, evacuation and assembly procedures, and incident reporting. Regular drills and refreshers keep knowledge alive across shifts and roles, so responses are automatic when seconds count. The result is a workforce that understands risks and consistently acts to control them. Modern tools amplify results. IoT sensors deliver real-time data on temperature, smoke, electrical parameters, and equipment health, enabling predictive maintenance and instant alerts. Infrared thermography reveals invisible hotspots before failure. Cloud platforms track inspections and remediation progress. AI analytics spot patterns, prioritize fixes, and anticipate failure modes. Together, technology turns periodic audits into continuous, data-driven safety monitoring. Elion is a partner focused on outcomes, combining over 15 years of specialized experience, more than 2,500 completed audits, and a 98% client satisfaction record. Our team unites technical depth with Indian regulatory expertise to deliver fire and electrical audits, certification, remediation support, training, emergency planning, and ongoing monitoring, tailored to your operations, constraints, and goals. Let's make compliance practical and safety durable. Don't wait for disaster. Every day without a comprehensive audit leaves people, assets, and continuity at risk. The path is straightforward. Speak with our experts, schedule an assessment around your operations, and act on a clear, prioritized report to secure your facility. Call Elion at 901-389-0526 to begin and turn uncertainty into confidence with professional fire and electrical safety auditing.